Hey, Lyndon.
Hey, Chris, what's going on?
Oh, not a whole lot. Just trying to hide myself from all this wind going on right now.
I know, I hate it. I don't like the wind at all. I prefer cold weather without wind, but with the wind, hate it.
Oh, it's rough. I'm right there with you. I mean, I don't mind a breeze, but yeah, this is outrageous. Well, we'll give it probably another 5 minutes or so, but as of right now, it might just be a quick one-on-one. So
Cool. I'll get up and grab something real quickly to drink, and I'll be right back.
sounds great. Hey, Lala.
Hi, sorry, I got disconnected.
No, you're fine. How are
Good, thank you.
you? Good. We'll give it about one more minute.
Okay.
Hey, Lee.
How you doing?
Doing well. How are you?
Oh, doing good. Got out of tech training with that Lisa from
With
regionals.
Leslie
So
Jackson.
yeah, Leslie Jackson.
What was she training today? I forgot to look.
It was opportunities and cultivating the phases and stuff like that, keeping on track of people through opportunity.
Absolutely. That's a
It's
big
pretty
one.
cool.
Yeah,
Yes.
no, there's a lot you can do there with the checklist and you know, changing the names of the stages and stuff. So
Oh yeah, there's a lot to learn for sure.
I couldn't for some reason to get on the Zoom for that class. I'm not sure why.
Weird.
Did you go through Eventbrite?
I tried to do that too, but usually when I put the classes on my calendar, so the Zoom,
Right.
it's kind of blue, it's highlighted. It's easy for me. I just click on it, I get on there. But
Yeah.
for some reason, hers was like grayed out.
Yeah, she might have it set up slightly different too.
Yeah, because hers you have to register through Eventbrite, and then you got to get a ticket through Eventbrite, and then Eventbrite will send you a link to your email. That's how I got my Zoom link. So
Maybe I didn't. Yeah,
yeah,
maybe that's.
She makes you work for your training. No.
yeah,
I know.
you got to
Yeah,
register for that one.
she's not as nice as you.
I don't know about that, but
Takes it serious.
oh yeah. All
All
right,
right,
well, we'll
I'm
go
gonna
ahead and
mute
get
you for a sec.
started here, guys. So today I wanted to go over teams or new agent sites. And obviously, you know, if there's something outside of that, if we have time at the end, we can dive into that. So post it in the comment or remember your question and ask me. But as we're going through the sites, if there's any questions you have, please don't hesitate to interrupt me, stop me, and we'll just kind of dive into that and go from there.
Okay.
Oh, shoot. Okay, technical difficulties. I'll be right back. I gotta go make myself host from Elizabeth's computer. Hold on.
Okay.
All right. Now I should be able to share. Okay, can everyone see my screen?
Yes.
Sweet. All right. So first thing I want to mention, and I feel like I sound like a broken record at this point, but as most things go hand in hand with in command, anything for the website, you're going to want to make sure, as far as the branding to you, that you have your marketing profile filled out. And most of you probably already do have some, if not all of it filled out. But you can find that underneath the connect settings here. When you go to, you click on your name top right, then settings, and then connect settings and marketing profile. And the key piece here is after you have it filled out and ready to go, and it has all the information about you and the market center, you want to make sure you have this button toggled here. What that does is that's going to use all this information to brand your agent site to you, meaning it'll take your headshot, it'll take your logos that you have, your information. So keep that in mind. You do need to fill that out. And if you're building out your website and you notice something's wrong, like your phone number is not right or the email's not right, chances are you have to come down here and change that. So just keep that in mind. That's where all those changes will be. Now, anything else for the website is always going to be done over under the consumer applet over here. So it's the last applet at the bottom left of all of our applets. And this is what it'll look like when you get into here. However, if you have not upgraded your sites to the new agent sites that Command recently released in the last month or two, it might look a little different and it's going to tell you to upgrade your website. I would recommend, if you haven't done that, just go ahead and do it at a certain point. They said by the end of the year, they would automatically be moving all websites to the new sites. But again, it hasn't happened. So I would just recommend getting that done sooner rather than later to start accessing the new site and everything we can do there, because the old sites were very clunky. These new ones, we have the ability to customize a lot more and really change how the site looks. Now, this first piece in here, obviously when I hit edit my site, that's going to take us to the main editing area. But this is your subdomain. This is where you would claim it. If you haven't upgraded your site yet, then it'll give you the opportunity to claim your subdomain that you previously had. You have the first rights for that. However, I'm not sure that's the case once it gets to the point where they automatically move all the agent sites over. So if for some reason you ever want to change that, you can always come in here and try to change it. And then from there, though, keep in mind when you do change it, it does kind of reset your website. So if you have a lot of landing pages, custom pages, things like that, those would go away if you reset your subdomain.
Sorry, Chris, how did you get to consumer?
It's going to be this left applet all the way on the far left.
Okay, I got it. Thank you.
Yep. And then your app URL. So if you're trying to push out your app to anybody, this is where you'll find your URLs for that as well. And that app is going to be specifically branded to you. So if you give somebody this link, they'll download or they'll click on the link and it'll ask them to download the KW app. And when they do that, they won't have to select an agent or anything. It'll automatically be you set as their agent. So that's another cool feature there.
Hey, Chris, can you hear me? This is Lyndon.
Yeah.
Hey, did I miss something? Because my website doesn't allow me to click it. It's kind of on the light gray side instead of the blue like yours. Is it because I didn't fill something out?
What does it show underneath? Do you have a subdomain underneath?
I don't. And this was something I wanted to talk to you about. Like, I don't even know how to create one. How do I go about knowing, like, is it something I create or is it something that's given to me by Keller Williams?
Yeah, so this is something that you can create, and really you can make it whatever you want. It will always be .kw.com. I'm not sure, do you have the ability to click into that text box for the subdomain?
Yes, it does allow me to type in there.
Okay, so I think what it's waiting for is for you to just claim a subdomain. Now, again, this is something maybe you want to think about for a day or two because you don't want to change it after you've already started to do work to your site. Well, you don't necessarily want to because then you'll have to restart and do everything again. But I think that's why yours doesn't give you the option because you need to claim a subdomain first. Now, with that being said, I have experienced a couple agents who have had issues with this conversion, and I don't know where the issue lies, whether it's they click on or when they first start to upgrade and then they exit out of that before finishing the full upgrade. So I don't know where that connection is lost, but there have been agents that have experienced issues with this. So what I would recommend is figure out what you want your subdomain to be. Again, that's completely up to you. It could be just something like lyndonsellscolorado.kw.com, whatever it is you want to make it. And then once that claims, if you don't have the ability to hit edit my website after that, then I would like to just set up a quick one-on-one to where I can do a recording with you and we can submit that to chat and chat with support and then get that taken care of. Because there have been issues with it that I've seen, but because you haven't claimed a subdomain, I'm thinking that might be part of it.
Okay.
Sweet. So then as we scroll down here, we have the preferences here. This again is related to the website and the app. Now you'll notice what these are just basically asking if I want to show the other Keller Williams opportunities, I guess, or things that they offer. So the Keller Home Loans, Keller Covered, and neighborhoods. So I have those all set to enable. And this last piece is very important depending on if you're trying to capture leads or not. If you're trying to capture leads, then I would set this at 2 properties or no property viewing. This is forced registration. So what this is doing is essentially I have mine set at 2 properties. If someone were to go to my website and start searching, which is where I direct all my traffic when I do my lead or my ads or basically really anything, I always try to direct the traffic to my website. So after they click on 2 properties, they'll go to click on a third and it'll prompt them with a sign up or sign in menu where it asks for their first name, last name, phone number, and email. It'll also have benefits on the side of why they should sign up. But ultimately, it's me trying to capture leads or capture their information so that I know, hey, this person's expressed interest in buying or selling. I need to keep in touch with them. Again, if you're not someone who's heavy on trying to capture random leads, then you may have this set as unrestricted or 10 properties. But if your goal is to capture leads or to get more information from people so that you can ultimately build your pipeline and build your business, you're going to want that set to the 2 and the no property viewing. All right, does this page make sense? This one's the simple of everything. Perfect. So we're gonna go to edit my website now. And then this is gonna pull us into the dashboard for our website essentially. So when we're here, we have the ability, you can click on this link here, which is your website domain. And that'll take us to the website. As you're building this out, I always recommend pulling that over and then, you know, you can refresh and typically see the changes. I will say, so the old sites, the changes used to be pretty instantaneous. With these new sites, they are tending to take closer to 24 hours for changes to be in effect, or if you create a new page. So just keep that in mind. I've definitely noticed that you know you could create a whole new page, landing page or something, or custom page, and put it on here, and you might not see it, or it might not be active until tomorrow. Now, the big thing in here, so you'll notice this is what they call the home page. So I have my featured listings, the testimonials, and then my blog posts. If I wanted to change how that looks, I would come into this website designer here, and I'm going to find the page homepage. And there it is there, so I'll click on that. And that's a standard page that everyone's going to get. And then from there, so it has it broken down into different sections with drop-down menus. And the homepage is 4 sections. So the first one is the listing search module. So if I drop that down, I can change what this says here, where I have it say, welcome to your dream home hub, explore real estate excellence. I could change that to whatever I want it to say. You can also change the images. One thing about the images is if you're pulling off the internet, be careful of where and what you're pulling off, because there are a lot of lawsuits of people suing each other over images they've taken. So just keep that in mind. These are the standard stock images that they put in and that I have in there, and those will just keep changing as they go. So that there's not as much that you can do there. What you can do is if you want to organize how your site looks, you can move these different sections and have a different section at the top depending on what it is you want there. So you can choose from the 4 and reorganize it how you want. Now the listing list, this is one that is huge with these new sites that I love. So obviously you can change what it says there, top picks, premier featured listings. You can change the description there. Now we have our dynamic listing section. So you can find a center point on a map and enter that address or that center point. You can choose how many numbers or how many properties you want to display. I don't think there's a limit here. The only limit is that it will always only be in sections of 3, but you could set that, I believe, to 100 if you wanted to. And then they could scroll through 100 different listings on your site here, but it will always only be in groups of 3. The search radius, you can set that up so how far you want it from to go around your location point. And then you can choose how you want it to be updated. So I have mine set as recently updated, meaning anytime the KWLS recognizes in the MLS that a property within this criteria or this area has been updated, it will automatically then take that and throw it as part of the top of the dynamic listings. So those will be the first to show. You can also choose it, you know, days on site, price, high to low, living area. So you can choose different options for how you want it to update in here. But again, it's completely up to you there.
Hey, Chris, this is Lyndon again.
Yeah.
I was taking notes with the manage my website, and I didn't see how you went to this this page.
So were you able to click the edit my website?
Yes.
And where did that take you?
I didn't hit it. I created a name,
Okay.
which I don't know. Hopefully it's okay. And I didn't know I can, when I hit that, I didn't know that's what opens up, and I can see now where you are.
Yeah. So we're in the website design center now, I guess, rather than the consumer applet command. But when you click that edit my website, it will pull you into the dashboard of here, which then we just found homepage of the pages we have, and you click on that and that'll open you up to here.
Got it. Okay.
Were you able to find it now?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So yeah, so the dynamic listings is huge, but then the other cool piece of this is as you get your own listings, you can also put in featured listings. So again, these are maybe only your listings, but when you put these in, it's going to be address specific, and these will be the top list or at the very top of the list. So whenever a person goes straight to your website, the first one they'll see is the featured listings that you put in. So we have those two different things we can do for those listings there. And again, that's a new feature. We never had this ability to do these dynamic listings previously. So I think it's huge to be able to do that. All right. The next section is the testimonial page. Now this one's super cool. The reason I like it, obviously, again, you can change what the title and the subtitle are. But you have the ability now to post these testimonials. Now you can only choose up to 9 to display. The workaround of that is you can create a whole new page of just your testimonials as well, as you get over 9. But as of right now, 9 is the max that you can display in this section on the homepage. You can choose how you want it to filter. And then the other thing is you can feature testimonials. So you can come in here and you can create new and put in a brand new, or maybe you have old testimonials from Google or something. You can just come in here and post these right on here from the Google, just copy and paste it. The other cool piece of it is we're at the website. You could hit more here and leave a review. So clients can come leave a review here. You can also simply just copy and paste this link and send that off to your clients as you're closing and things like that so that they can leave a review straight on your website. The one big thing I love about this is when you manually do it, obviously you get to select if it's going to show on your site or not. But when the other clients do it automatically through your website or through that testimonial link, it will send to you and you get to choose if it displays on here. So, chances are, hopefully none of us have a bad testimonial, but should you receive one or maybe receive one that's 4 stars rather than 5 stars and just doesn't match, you can actually choose not to have that on here as well. So just keep that in mind. We do have that ability to kind of filter out the bad testimonials if there are ever any. All right. And then the last piece of this homepage is the page list module, or the blog is essentially what it is. So again, you can change title and subtitle. Now you can come in here, you can choose how you want it to sort by, how much you want to display just on this homepage, and how you want to filter it. And then from here, as you build out more blog posts, you can come in here and edit them or search for them and add them onto your homepage. Now I haven't built too many. I think I did one blog post. Yeah, I did. I think this one here. So if I wanted, I could actually, or I did, I moved that to the front here to be the first blog post shown. Now you'll notice I have part 4 here, so I could add that into here as part 4 on my blog post. And so now I have 5 posts on my total blog, but again, you're only going to have 4 that will show. So if you wanted to organize these or filter those, you'd have to just move them through here. One other thing to notice too, if you have any people working for you, like transaction coordinators, or you have some marketing person who's helping you create your site or whatever that might be, there's a timeline that shows anytime you make certain changes to this, and you can always come back and check to see, oh, did they do this? Or, oh, did I do this? So it's a great way to kind of just make sure that you have made the changes, or to make sure that the changes were recognized in the system. All right.
So, Chris, I'm sorry.
No, don't be
So
sorry.
right now we have some blogs that's already posted on our website, right? That page is our. Okay, so like if I wanna add one, I don't know, maybe you did mention it. Where do I put a new blog or just add?
So the easiest way that I found to add one is actually not from here, and I'll show you because we pretty much finished this page here. So
Okay.
if we go back to dashboard, we'll have this quick start here called blog post, and that's probably the easiest way to get a new blog post out. So if you were to click on that, it's going to pull it up in here, and then you would still have to go back to where we just were to organize it and show this one where you want to show it if you want it to be one of your top 4. But again, this is the easiest way to put in the blog post. So you would come here. Oh, go ahead.
Sorry. When I post a blog, it doesn't automatically shows us the most recent one.
Not on the home page of your website. Now,
Okay.
if somebody's on your website though, kind of just searching around, we do have the blog page, which would show all of the blogs that you have available.
Okay.
And okay, but that one's not because these first four are the ones that everyone starts off with. This is one that I did recently in one of I think my class last time over websites. And so it's not one of the first, but on the home page, I made this one the first one.
Okay.
And that was just by organizing it through that editing the home page.
And you kind of made it the same kind of picture because you want to kind of go with it, or
Yeah.
were you talking about the same subject?
Honestly, I think it was because I was teaching a class and I didn't want to waste too much time on the picture that I was trying to, or
Okay.
on finding a picture. So I just used one of the stock images. I think for me, if going back, if I wanted to edit that, I think I would try to find some sort of market update picture or something, and rather than the same picture that was already used.
Okay.
But yeah, that I mean, I think that was more so just timing, so I didn't waste too much time trying to find the perfect picture. So again, once you're building this blog post, you'll put the headline, and that's obviously so if we go to my blog, that would be this part 1, your first home buyer's guide. Then there's the subheadline. And as I'm building this out, you'll see that it's changing it on this right-hand side here to show me what it's going to look like. Hero, so this is like your image. So your hero image, your main image. So that what I did, Lala, is I believe I went to recently or maybe I did gallery, and then choose add image. And then there's all like the different images that come with just stock images through Keller Williams.
Okay.
Now, if you had your own image, you don't need to go through that struggle. You would just simply hit upload file, and you could hit choose file or choose folder, but choose file and it'll go straight to your computer and you can find what image you want to pull in.
Right.
And then you could throw in more than one image at the top there, just one, it's kind of up to you, but you'll see it post there. And then the body text, this is obviously where we would put whatever the information of the article is. Now, a good thing that you can use here, and I'll just quickly go into this without wasting too much time. If you haven't played around with ChatGPT, if you're not a creative person, you can still make blog posts. I promise you that because I did it and I am far from creative. But you can come in here and say, create a blog post for first time home buyers in Colorado, or whatever it is that you're trying to find. And so it's going to create this thing in a matter of seconds, faster than we could even think about what we were going to say for this. And then as it's finishing, well, the great thing about it is, as you read through this, if you don't like it, you could say, sound warmer and more inviting for a call to action. So you'll notice it originally said navigating the path to home ownership, a guide for first-time home buyers in Colorado. And the warmer, more inviting version is embark on your home ownership journey, a warm guide for first-time home buyers in Colorado. So again, it's you kind of just mess around and build it out and make it how you want it. And once you're happy with it, so you'll notice I have the title. So then we would just come through and we could find this and we'll copy that. We'll go back to our site builder. We'll go up to the headline here and we'll simply just copy and paste that in there. We go back to ChatGPT and maybe we want to use this introduction as the subheadline. So then we would go back into here and copy and paste that into the subheadline. We have the image in there, and then we could come into the body And you would find ChatGPT's body here. Go back in here and paste it. And we'll give the right side a second, but now we've essentially built a blog post. Outside of that, I mean, it doesn't get much simpler than that if you're not a creative person. Obviously, I didn't take much time because I'm not going to actually post this one. But that's how easy it is. If you have the picture that you know you want to use and you know the topic you want to talk about and you just can't figure out what you want to say, open up ChatGPT, sign up for it, it's free. And what you can do with it is quite amazing. Keep in mind, you got to be careful. It's not necessarily gonna be up to date or noticing, fair housing, things like that. So you do want to make sure that you proofread it first to make sure there's no issues that you could run into down the road by posting this.
Hey, Chris.
Yeah,
Sorry, I just wanted to ask, have you tried to like put in like direct it to be like put in fair housing laws, or does it work that way, or does it still?
I don't think it works that way. And actually, so I dove down into it a little more because what was it? I was trying to create something. Oh, actually here. Maybe it saved it. So I tried to do something around tax benefits of solar or something like that, or cost efficient green upgrades. And when I got into here, I got this note from ChatGPT saying that none of the specific laws or events that occurred after September 2021 would be updated because that was the last time that it was updated. And this was only a few months ago, so I was kind of shocked at that point that they hadn't even updated since 2021. I don't think, I feel like they still have not yet. But again, I would, it's one of those cover your own butt things.
Right.
And just make sure that there's no issues to where it says like, if you're an old person, you don't want to live here or something.
Right.
Outside of that though, it's a great starting point again for like someone like me where I'm not creative. I was not a good essay writer. My grammar's not bad, but I was not good at writing an essay. And this makes your life a whole lot easier. And I mean, you could go as far as using this for social media. Create a quick social media post for first time home buyers. And it's going to throw in all those emojis with some hashtags. I am curious though. Make sure to follow fair housing rules. Let's see. I mean, it might have just changed a little bit. No, well, actually, you'll notice it put in fairness and equality here. So it kind of started talking about fair housing. Fair, free from discrimination. Interesting. Okay, so that actually did kind of work. But again, like I said, I think it's more of a cover your own butt thing, and you just want to make sure that it's not saying, because it's a computer, let's be honest, it's a computer that's creating this, and it doesn't know every single thing that we need to look out for as humans. But again, so I've essentially now created this. If I was happy with it and I wanted to get it on my site, I would just hit the publish up here. Now you can also save it and come back to it later. But keep that in mind. Publish is like your save and post on your site button. All right, so now we also, again, we have these other different options. You can do the custom page, a landing page. Those are two newer features that they took away originally, but now they put them back. But then they've also put this mortgage calculator on here. So if we were to click that over on the right-hand side, we'll kind of see what it looks like. You can change the name of it. You can change the internal name here, also the page title. I'm not sure how much you're going to be able to change within this information here. Yeah, there's not a lot you can change there. That what you get there is what it is. There's nothing outside of that. But then the contact me form. Okay, yeah. So this page is pretty much. Sorry, I haven't played with this one as much because it's a very new feature. This is pretty much what you get, or what's there is what you get. But it is a new feature that you can go ahead and add that onto your site. Maybe I want to change this name to. What can I afford? And then we'll hit publish. And now that should be on my website. Now, again, these changes can take more than or up to 24 hours, I would say. But for testing purposes, I'm just going to see if it showed up there. So if I hit, oh, look, it is there. What can I afford? Click on that, and now I have a mortgage calculator built into my website, and they can go in and put in all their information and all their financial stuff here to figure out what they can afford. And I mean, you just saw how easy that was for me. I haven't done that yet, so that was the first time I've dove into that, and within 2 minutes, I got it on my website.
Okay, sorry. Can you real quick, did you just copy and paste the link?
For the mortgage?
Yeah, the
No,
calculator?
so you'll go to the dashboard, and then you'll
Yeah.
select the quick start template mortgage calculator.
Uh-huh.
And then you can change what it says if you want. But ultimately, if you just wanted it to post like this and it says mortgage calculator, then you would just hit publish.
Okay, okay. So I was there. I thought you did something else too. Okay.
Yeah, no worries. And then again, like I said, it sometimes takes longer, but it looked like that one went on pretty quickly. If I were to hit publish again, though, then I would have 2 mortgage calculators on here. Keep that in mind, though. What I changed that name. What can I afford from mortgage calculator? So you can change what these say for each of these pages as well. All right, so if we go back to the dashboard. Now, again, any pages you've made, any blog posts that you've made, you can always access those right here from the dashboard. It's, simply just click into it. There's the contact me. So that's going to be, this is one big one that I like to highlight because, again, if you notice any of this information here is incorrect, your license number, your phone number, your email, that's all going to need to be changed through the marketing profile. So you would have to go back to command and go to the marketing profile to change that. But again, it all pulls from the website, or the website pulls from the marketing profile. I could change this to, maybe let's get in touch or something. It kind of just depends how you want to build it out or what you want it to say. But again, I think the big thing that I'm trying to highlight is we do have the ability to customize here way more than we did previously. All right. Now there's also this why work with KW page. So if we wanted to throw that on there, this is another new feature. And this is just going to talk about why a client should work with you or a Keller Williams agent. So if you like it, great. If you want to change what it says, I'm not sure. Yep, you can change it here. So you can, maybe I want to, let's get fun with this. Let's copy all of this. Let's go back to ChatGPT. Let's say, make this sound warmer and more inviting. And I'm sorry, those are just the 2 words that keep coming to my head. And ChatGPT is now typing it out. So instead of when you choose to work with a KW agent, It's when, where is it? When you embark on the journey of finding your dream home with the KW agent. So see how it kind of changes all that, and then, you know, if I'm happy with it, then I can come back in and move this out of the way, copy that. We'll go back to our custom page here. I'll delete this and paste it back in there. And now I have updated, so mine's not going to say the same exact thing as every other Keller Williams agent that has this page that hasn't touched it. So again, once you're happy there, you just want to make sure you publish it. And again, if I come back over here, my assumption, since that other one was so quick, if I refresh, and then I go to more, now I have Why Keller Williams. So within 5 minutes, I just put 2 more pages, a mortgage calculator and a why would you want to work with me page on my website. Again, within 5 minutes, and I didn't have to really think about anything there. So I wanted to highlight that. I think ChatGPT, we can definitely utilize it, especially when creating these websites or creating blog posts or whatever it is, you know, just trying to get filler words in there and sound professional rather than not. But ultimately, you don't have to use ChatGPT. If you're a great writer, feel free to just do it all on your own. Outside of that, I feel like that's all I have for today. It went a little quicker than I thought. Yeah, that's about all I have for today. Yeah, you don't need to worry about any of that. Are there any other questions that came up throughout this, or is there any other things that outside of this that you want to go over?
Chris, I wanted to also change that information on there. Why work with Keller Williams agent? So I'm on there, but did you just on the right side take that information that it was given to us and copy and paste from the chat GPT?
Correct. Yep. So I just
Okay.
came in here and I found, so if you, when you get into this page, I found this rich text, why work with the Keller Williams. And when you drop down that arrow, that'll now have the full body paragraph. And then, yeah, I copy and paste, or I copied from this left side here. Cause I'm not sure if it'll let you copy. Oh yeah, it might let you copy on that right side too.
But
That might
I'm
be.
trying to, oh, let's see. Oh, I think I found the text.
Yeah.
It's kind of, when you choose work, okay.
And then
Okay,
you
I
just
got it.
copy that and paste it into ChatGPT. And then once ChatGPT rewrites it, you'll copy that and paste it back into here. And you're ready to go. Of
Great, thank you.
course. What else? Anything
Hey,
else?
Chris,
Yeah.
I guess maybe I can use Chat GPT for this, but I want to send that review page to my clients that I just had a closing for, and I want to send them the review email, and I was wondering if you had like a little email message that you put along with it, or kind of like what words do you say, like congratulations, like
Honestly, I have not. I have not. I think in the past I've always just said, "Hey, congratulations again on the closing. Thank you so much. It was an honor to help you find your dream home or your perfect home for your family or whatever it might
Yeah.
be." I would really appreciate if you could take a little time to leave a review on how you thought I did. Um, Again, congratulations and here's to a new year in your new home or something. I think like you just said though, Chat GPT is gonna be a lot better. I haven't
Yeah, I'm wondering if they would just make me like a short, like 2 sentence message.
would
I'm like, I think they would just
it
make
would be that
right?
easy. I mean, I'll just do a quick one real quick. Let's see.
See. Yeah, because I wanted to change my page right now, so I'm doing it alongside of you, so I'm reading.
And yeah, and you could even go, you could start off like, I am a real estate agent in Colorado. I just sold a property to a husband and wife, or whoever it is. And wanted to send an email asking for a review on my website. We could go here. So I'm getting a little sidetracked, and we could go more and leave a review. We'll copy this link here. We'll go back to ChatGPT. The link to leave the review is, I always try to be nice, please. You don't have to say please to a computer though. Create a warm email including a congratulations message. I mean, you could get really in depth with ChatGPT. And so you'll see it says, congratulations on your new home purchase. Hi, blah, blah, blah. Hope this email finds you well. And yeah, so it's going to be, it was truly a pleasure working with you throughout the home buying process. I wanted to extend my heartfelt congratulations on the successful purchase of your property. I understand that moving into a new home is an exciting and busy time, but I wanted to reach out and express my gratitude for choosing me as your real estate agent. Your trust means the world to me, and I'm thrilled that I could be a part of this opportunity and this important milestone. There's the link right there, and notice it put it as not as a link, but as a testimonial capture link is what it called it. So you know, and if you don't like how that says, you could say change testimonial capture link to say leave a review. And it should be the exact same email other than it says leave a review now. And so you would just have to make sure you would put in obviously this information here, but I think that's probably the best route to go about it. Again, you can tell it really to do whatever you want it to do or how you want to change it. So just keep that in mind that the computer's only going to do what we say. So if it's not doing what you're saying, you might have to reword what you're trying to ask it to do. But you could get super specific like I did at the very beginning, saying I'm an agent from Colorado, just sold the property to a husband and wife. Or you could simply just say, create an email asking for a review and go from there. All right. Is there anything else?
Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
Chris, did you say it's gonna take 24 hours to show the blog we just posted?
It might. I've been noticing that some of it has been taking a little longer. Now, when you made that blog post, did you make sure that you hit the publish at the very top?
Yes, and I posted 2 of them, so I was just curious if I can.
Yeah,
I
so
can
the way to
come
check
back
it
with
is
that.
go to your site, and then you can
Yeah.
click blog, and then that'll show all the blogs that you have in there. Again, if you just
Yeah.
created them and you didn't organize them to be the first on your homepage, then it's not going to show on the homepage yet. You have to go back into the homepage and edit which ones you want to show.
Okay.
Hey, Chris, this is Lyndon.
Yeah.
Hey, quick question. When you create a website like I just did, how long does it take before it starts showing up on the internet?
So if you just created it, again, I would say it used to be pretty instantaneous. I would give it at least 24 hours. If you are noticing that you go to use it with by tomorrow at this time and you're still having issues, get in touch with me. Like if it's not letting you view it or edit it or anything, get in touch with me because that could have been one of the times that there's an issue on the back end, and we just have to reach out to support and let them know, and they get it fixed pretty quickly. But ideally, I would say no more than 24 hours after you've claimed the subdomain and started it.
Okay, great. 24 hours.
Awesome. Anything else?
I think that's it. Thank you.
All right. Well, hey, I really appreciate all of you hopping on today and taking time out of your Thursday windy afternoon. And next week I will be going over opportunities, all things opportunities. So that for those of you that didn't make Leslie's class today, feel free to come next week and we'll go over that. Outside of that, as I always say, please don't hesitate to reach out if another question comes up, even if it's 5 minutes after we end this call.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
everyone.
you.
Have a great rest of your day.
You too.
Thank you. Bye.